You've probably held hundreds of them without a second thought. But some of the ordinary-looking state quarters in your pocket, right, now could be worth more than a month's mortgage. Collectors are quietly fighting over specific coins that appear completely unremarkable. And the auction results are staggering. No one talks about these silent fortunes. And here's the part that should give you pause. Each coin on this list gets rarer, stranger, and more valuable than the last. Stay with me until the end because one tiny, easy to overlook detail could change everything. You thought you knew about pocket change. The 2003 Maine quarter P, mint mark the 1. Everyone ignores. The 2003 Maine state quarter with a Philadelphia P. Mint mark is exactly the kind of coin people walk past every single day. And that's what makes it so dangerous to ignore. What drives collectors crazy about this coin? It doesn't need a dramatic mint error to become valuable. No double strikes, no missing letters. Just a perfect storm of timing, production pressure, and survival in very fine original condition. Examples have shocked the market, with auction values quietly climbing toward $80,000. That is not an exaggeration. While millions of Americans rushed through gas stations, grocery lines, and laundry changes during the uncertain economy of the early 2000s. A small number of these quarters slipped through untouched. They survived like silent treasure hiding in plain sight. Why 2003 was a perfect storm for rarity. Back in 2003, America was under economic strain. Military tensions were high overseas and spending habits were changing rapidly. The U.S. Mint was producing state quarters at an incredible pace because public demand had exploded. That intense production pressure created heavy die fatigue, weak strikes, and quality inconsistencies that collectors now study with obsessive care. You've probably held hundreds of them without a second thought. But some of the ordinary-looking state quarters in your pocket, right, now could be worth more than a month's mortgage. Collectors are quietly fighting over specific coins that appear completely unremarkable. And the auction results are staggering. No one talks about these silent fortunes. And here's the part that should give you pause. Each coin on this list gets rarer, stranger, and more valuable than the last. Stay with me until the end because one tiny, easy to overlook detail could change everything. You thought you knew about pocket change. The 2003 Maine quarter P, mint mark the 1. Everyone ignores. The 2003 Maine state quarter with a Philadelphia P. Mint mark is exactly the kind of coin people walk past every single day. And that's what makes it so dangerous to ignore. What drives collectors crazy about this coin? It doesn't need a dramatic mint error to become valuable. No double strikes, no missing letters. Just a perfect storm of timing, production pressure, and survival. The 2009 District of Columbia quarter. The recession's hidden treasure. Most people would never look twice at a 2009 District of Columbia quarter. That is exactly why this coin became such a dangerous hidden treasure. While Americans were distracted by financial panic, job losses, and one of the hardest economic periods in modern history, some of these quarters quietly disappeared into drawers, jars, and forgotten pockets. Now collectors are hunting them with an obsession that feels almost unreal. The scary part? People are still spending them every single day without realizing what they could be holding. A perfect storm of timing and neglect. The year 2009 was chaos for millions of Americans. Banks were collapsing. Families were struggling. The country faced economic pressure unlike anything seen in years. During that same moment, the U.S. Mint released the District of Columbia quarter as part of the historic D.C. and U.S. territories program. But because circulation habits changed dramatically during the recession, many coins were heavily used immediately, damaged quickly, or vanished into collections before people understood what they had. That strange timing created a perfect storm for rarity today. In fine condition, surviving examples with original surfaces are becoming harder to locate because most were scratched, cleaned, or worn down from years of careless handling. This is not fiction. Quiet collector demand has been building behind the scenes for years. The Duke Ellington design. The reverse of this coin is unforgettable once you notice it. It features legendary musician and cultural icon Duke Ellington seated at a grand piano one hand raised proudly, as if frozen in history forever. Around him appear the words District of Columbia, Justice for All, an asterisk, 2009 asterisk. The front still carries George Washington's portrait with United States of America. Liberty, in God we trust, and $quarter. But collectors don't just glance at this coin. They study the piano keys, the sharpness of Ellington's hands. Most people miss those details completely. The Denver mint difference. The D mint mark Denver is especially important here. Certain survivors show unusually attractive surfaces despite years in circulation. That combination of originality and survival is what drives serious demand. Now here is where the fear really starts. Many owners destroy these coins themselves without realizing it. They scrub them shiny, wipe away dark toning, clean the surface trying to make the coin look new. That instantly kills the natural antique appearance collectors crave. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters more than most people understand. Slight darkness, soft gray texture, even natural dirt trapped around lettering can actually increase emotional collector appeal because it proves the surface remained untouched for years. Shuck. Professional grading is critical. Once experts confirm authenticity and condition, bidding behavior changes fast. Auctions that begin quietly suddenly become aggressive when strong. Original examples appear. Collectors know supply keeps shrinking, while more people enter the market searching for hidden wealth. And then comes the shock that nobody expects. Fine condition examples of the 2009 District of Columbia quarter with the Denver mint mark have reached auction levels without needing dramatic mint errors at all. That is silent fortune hiding in plain sight. A single quarter accidentally mixed into pocket change can become serious. Money overnight if the condition and originality are right. Patience creates wealth in this market. And collectors who hold instead of rushing to sell are watching. Demand grows stronger every year. But the next coin is even more unbelievable. The 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter. Old, dirty, and priceless. A dirty, worn 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter does not look like treasure. And that is precisely why people keep losing them. They sit in cup holders, laundry machines, gas station trays, junk drawers. Meanwhile, collectors quietly search for them with unbelievable intensity. And the darker and older these coins appear, the more dangerous it becomes to ignore them. Most people assume modern quarters cannot carry real hidden wealth. This coin proved that assumption completely wrong. One careless moment, and somebody spends a silent fortune on coffee without ever noticing. More than just a coin. In 2017, Frederick Douglass quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful series, honoring the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C., but this coin carries emotional weight far beyond its appearance. Frederick Douglass was one of the most powerful voices in American history, rising from slavery to become a writer, speaker, and national leader during times of division and struggle. That historical significance alone created strong collector emotion from the very beginning. The reverse design shows Frederick Douglass, seated confidently at a desk inside his home, known as Cedar Hill. Around him are the inscriptions Frederick Douglass, District of Columbia, asterisk 2017, asterisk, and pluribus unum, the front still carries. George Washington's portrait surrounded by United States of America, Liberty, in God we trust, and $quarter. But the real obsession begins when collectors inspect the tiny details hidden inside the design. Why old and dirty is actually good. Many of these quarters entered circulation fast and were treated harshly from the start. The Denver Mint produced massive numbers, yet truly original survivors in old, dirty condition became strangely difficult to find because people constantly cleaned, polished, or damaged them trying to make them look newer. That ruined the natural surface collectors actually wanted. Never clean this coin. Original toning matters. The dark gray appearance, antique dirt around lettering, soft surface texture, and untouched aged color can dramatically increase. Collector appeal because it proves the coins survive naturally over time. This is not fiction. Some buyers specifically search for coins that still carry that honest, circulated look because it tells a real story of survival. The censure, ling ling ling, surprise, The physical specifications are standard. Copper core layered with copper nickel clad, 5.67 grams. 24.3 毫米 diameter.
1.75毫米 thickness.
But some 2017D. Examples show sharp details in Douglass's chair, desk edges, and facial lines despite years of circulation. That combination drives collector demand higher every year. Serious buyers know untouched. Examples are disappearing while more collectors enter the market. Hunting overlooked modern coins with historical importance. And here's the part that shocks almost everyone: old. Dirty examples in strong original condition have reached auction levels near 3,000,000 without needing dramatic mint errors or flashy damage at all. That is hidden treasure sitting unnoticed in ordinary circulation. Quiet auctions suddenly explode into aggressive bidding because collectors emotionally connect to this coin's history, rarity, and survival. Final warning: what you need to do right now, before you spend another quarter, check the date. Check the mint mark. Look closely at the surface. Hidden wealth does not always shine. Sometimes it looks old, dark, and completely ordinary. The 2003 Maine P, the 2009 DCD, and the 2017 Frederick Douglass D have already proven that patient. Observant collectors can find life-changing value in pocket change. Don't clean them, don't spend them, and don't assume that modern quarters are worthless, because the next rare coin collectors are hunting might be even scarier. And millions of people have already touched it without realizing they were holding a fortune.